Raven-Symoné and wife Miranda appear mid-May revealing the unconventional secret to their happy marriage on their Tea Time podcast.
We really function better.
Phil, you're making everyone feel like there's a shipping going on.
Oh my God.
What do you say to fans that are shipping you and Janelle?
That are shipping us? You mean what does shipping mean?
They're shipping
put
you
you in a
guys
box
as an
together
item.
and ship you.
Hollywood always gleams with eternal radiance, but lurking behind the spotlights are tales of raw torment, where power, pressure, and love tangle in a fierce embrace. In that glittering realm, countless black stars must cloak their truths, even battle tooth and nail, just to claim the right to love. Same-sex romance in the entertainment world ain't no easy ride. It's a whirlwind of tempests, scandals, and unspoken strains that few souls can fathom. The stories I'm fixin' to unfold right here stand as stark proof, spotlighting 19 pairs of black actresses who grappled with hellish trials simply for daring to embrace their genuine feelings, defying the prying eyes of the press and the crushing weight of the industry machine. Steel yourself before diving deeper, 'cause you might find your heart swelling with the sweetness of their love and the grit of their endurance, yet shivering at the dark secrets Hollywood never aimed to let slip. 19. Nina Mae McKinney and Louise Beavers, a love buried beneath Hollywood's prejudices. Nina Mae McKinney, the Black Garbo of Hollywood, the first black star to snag a long-term contract with MGM, famed for her bold beauty and magnetic poise. Louise Beavers, the seasoned actress who etched history as one of the first black women to land meaty roles on the silver screen. Two gifted women, two icons of black Hollywood, they crossed paths in a fateful instant. In 1928, on the set of Hallelujah, Hollywood's first all-black musical, Nina and Louise locked eyes amid the blinding lights. One shone bright in the lead, the other lingered in the shadows backstage, but between them sparked a wordless affection from that very first glance. Through the 1930s, they shared a modest apartment on Central Avenue, splitting rent pennies, plates of food, and the echoing strains of jazz through the night. Nina coached Louise on lines, while Louise became the rock when Nina got shut out of roles just for her skin tone. But behind the smiles and the glow of the sound stages lurked a gnawing fear of exposure. The Hays Code back then outlawed any deviant bonds, and their love, two black women in a whitewashed Hollywood, was deemed something that shouldn't even exist. By the early 1940s, the pressure, biases, and vicious whispers drove Nina into a tailspin. She wound up hospitalized from exhaustion and depression. Louise stayed by her side, quietly tending, but the silence and helplessness of the era slowly strangled their bond. When Louise passed in 1962, Nina was left with an emptiness no one could fill. In 1967, she followed, carrying a secret Hollywood never acknowledged: the love of two women who dared to live and love, only to be spurned by the times. 18. Butterfly McQueen and Theresa Harris. A romance concealed under Hollywood's false glitter. Butterfly McQueen, the actress who etched the world with her role as Prissy in Gone with the Wind, the one who boldly called out the maid stereotypes, forced on black performers. Theresa Harris, the sultry icon of 1930s, 1940s cinema, gracing dozens of major films, but forever sidelined to supporting parts. Two talented, fierce women who stood together against the brutal prejudices of a merciless Hollywood era. In 1938, at a wrap party for Gone with the Wind, Butterfly and Theresa first met. One look, one smile, and from there, two lonely souls in a white-dominated movie empire found solace in each other. From 1940 to 1950, they shared a cozy house in West Adams, Los Angeles. Days on set, nights in a kitchen thick with Southern cooking scents and tunes from an old radio. But beneath that fragile peace stretched an endless chain of dread. Hollywood then banned all improper conduct, and a bond between two black women was seen as utterly unforgivable. Butterfly lived in constant jitters, plummeting into mental breakdowns from the strain of hiding. Theresa, ever tough on camera, masked it all with the assistant and close friend facade whenever eyes were on them. By the 1950s, as film trends shifted, they got edged out of the biz, scraping by on teaching gigs, odd jobs, and small theater runs. Teresa slipped away quietly in 1985. A decade later, Butterfly met a tragic end in an accident. They once dreamed of freedom, dared to love in the harshest times, but Hollywood never owned up to their romance. 17. Lena Horne and Dorothy Dandridge, a forbidden love between two stars, hounded by Hollywood. Lena Horne, the jazz legend, the first black woman to ink a long-term MGM deal, hailed as America's Queen of the Nightclub stage. Dorothy Dandridge, the enchanting starlet, the first black actress nominated for a Best Actress Oscar. Two radiant talents who shouldered a secret Hollywood never wanted, dragged into the light. In 1947, at Cafe Society in New York, where cigarette haze swirled with jazz horns, Lena and Dorothy connected. One was a blazing star, the other a young dreamer hungry for the spotlight. After a few chats, a special spark ignited between them. From 1948, once they sealed their bond, they dove into days both tender and taut. They rehearsed songs together, dreamed of grand stages, envisioned a world where love escaped chains. Lena hooked Dorothy up with producers, while Dorothy was the sole haven, making Lena feel secure amid the glaring lights. But Hollywood showed no mercy to folks like them. The McCarthyism era kicked off, with artists grilled over suspect political ties. Whispers about their relationship triggered MGM's internal probes. Roles got yanked, contracts vanished, even tabloids shadowed their every move. Dorothy crumbled under the weight. Her conservative family forced secrecy, and sleeping pills became her only escape to rest. Lena kept hopping hotels, dodging paparazzi and threats. By 1955, they parted in silence. Dorothy died alone in 1965, while Lena dodged all questions about the past. Amid the glamour and gloom, their love got buried that way. A secret Hollywood scrubbed from the annals. 16. Pearl Bailey and Sarah Vaughan. The secret love between two jazz queens, Pearl Bailey, the singing sensation and comic actress who exploded on Broadway and snagged a Tony. Sarah Vaughan, the golden voice of the 20th century, dubbed the Divine One for a timbre that left the world in awe. These two legends stood atop glory together, but behind the lights lay a tale even they hesitated to whisper. In 1945, during a cross-country jazz tour, they met, two resilient spirits amid a storm of bias. From then on, Pearl and Sarah grew inseparable, nesting in Newark, New Jersey. Long nights by the piano, composing, laughing, then rapping close as streetlights faded. Their love fueled inspiration, yet brewed terror. In the 1940s, a whiff of an unconventional relationship could shatter a career overnight. From 1947, gigs started getting axed over spreading rumors. Club owners cited moral breaches, ditching deals midstream. Pearl faced courtrooms, singing to pay debts, while Sarah endured brutal critic blasts. Life sank into financial woes. Health frayed. In 1955, after a string of blow-ups and stress-fueled fights, they split to safeguard reputations. But distance never truly severed them. Sarah sneaked to Pearl's shows, and Pearl slipped mentions of her dearest friend in interviews. Both passed in 1990, the same year, like some cruel twist of fate. Two mythic voices, two hearts once beating in sync, departed at last when the world still wasn't ready for their love. 15. Hilda Sims and Vanette Carroll. The tortured path of a Broadway star and the director Hollywood cast aside. Hilda Sims, the first black star to dazzle Broadway with her legendary role in Anna Lucasta. Vanette Carroll, the trailblazing director who paved the way for black women in professional theater. Two gifted, unyielding women who banded against a whole system of harsh prejudices in those days. In 1950, amid Broadway's bustling clamor, Hilda met Vanette. One was the acclaimed leading lady, the other a striving assistant director proving her mettle. They swiftly found harmony in their passion for art and in each other's hearts. Soon after, they shared a tiny loft in Greenwich Village, days rehearsing plays, nights scripting, dreaming of a free stage for Black artists. But their love endured an endless gauntlet of suffering. Major theaters denied funding over ethical doubts. Tabloids spewed stories of an abnormal bond, costing Hilda contracts while Vanette footed production bills alone. They pawned belongings, borrowed from pals, even performed in attics to keep the fire alive. Each premiere, Hilda dreaded lurking reporters, and Vanette faced slurs just for wielding the director's baton. By the late 1960s, public pressure and Hilda's mental collapse pulled them apart. Hilda retreated into seclusion, while Vanette toiled in obscurity until late recognition. They never went public with their tie, but in private journals, lines about each other surfaced, proof of a love the world denied, but that never truly flickered out. 14. Queen Latifah and Ebony Nichols, a love that defies every Hollywood prejudice. Queen Latifah, the star who once ruled the screen with her raw charisma and a slew of prestigious awards. Ebony Nichols, the gifted choreographer behind the triumphs of countless music blockbusters. Two women, two pinnacles of passion, who crossed paths in a fleeting moment that reshaped their entire lives. In 2013, on the set of Dancing with the Stars, Queen was just a guest, while Ebony orchestrated every dance beat from behind the scenes. Amid the lights and rhythms, an invisible thread pulled them tight. From there, the love between Hollywood's powerhouse star and the brilliant choreographer bloomed in silence, shattering prejudices and piercing stares. They chose to nest together in New Jersey, far from the cameras, just quiet afternoons with their little one and days where Ebony coached Queen through dance steps for her latest flick. Yet, beneath that serene facade, raged endless storms. Pressure from the media, vicious attacks, even outright threats forced them to hire personal bodyguards to shield their family. Queen's jam-packed filming schedule clashed with Ebony's whirlwind choreography gigs, carving away precious time together. There were stretches when Queen scrapped major deals just to stand by Ebony during her pregnancy, trading fame and fortune without a second thought. Folks called it mad love, but for them, it was the worthy choice to hold on tight. Through every trial, Queen Latifah and Ebony Nichols stand shoulder to shoulder. No fanfare, no noise, just quietly proving that true love can endure amid the glare of stardom and the scars of celebrity. 13. Niecy Nash and Jessica Betts, the marriage that rocked Hollywood and the journey facing down prejudiced Niecy Nash, the hilarious actress famed for her standout roles on American screens, scooping up a heap of acclaimed awards. Jessica Betts, the singer-songwriter with a powerhouse voice and a rare, bold style. Both are household names in entertainment, each atop their own peak, seeming worlds apart. But when they met, they dove into a romance that set Hollywood buzzing. In 2019, at a birthday bash in Los Angeles, Niecy, fresh from a draining divorce, found herself drawn to Jessica, who was wrapping up her new album. Amid the soft tunes and glowing lights, a strange connection sparked. No one figured two women from such different realms could find each other in that instant. By 2020, they went public with their bond and tied the knot in a private ceremony at Malibu, California, where the blue sea bore witness to a love daring to defy every bias. Their life brimmed with laughter, music, and creativity. Jessica composed, Niecy acted, and together they popped up on TV shows, sharing their brave love story. But behind that pretty picture loomed countless pressures. Niecy's family railed against it at first, her kids needing ages to come around. Therapy sessions became the only glue mending the rifts. Niecy lost roles due to producers' gender biases, while Jessica faced quiet boycotts in the music scene. Financial strains pushed them to pivot, launching podcasts, penning books, anything to sustain the peaceful life they'd chosen. Though the tempests never cease, Niecy and Jessica march on, wielding love as their fiercest weapon against the world's bigotry. They're not just living together, they're proving true love can shatter every barrier. 12. Tessa Thompson and Janelle Monáe. A romance, shrouded by stardom's glare and Hollywood's brutal pressures. Tessa Thompson, the black actress hailed for her fierce roles in Creed and Thor. Janelle Monáe, the singer, music producer, who commands attention with her unmatched queer flair and bold artistic vision. Two icons of the new wave, two creative souls, and fate wove them together. In 2015, backstage at the Grammy Awards, Tessa was promoting a film, Janelle Scorching the Stage. A quick chat about black representation in art kicked off a bond so deep it caught even them off guard. By 2018, they shacked up in a sleek Atlanta apartment. Their life back then played like a romantic reel, co-writing tunes, whipping up meals, throwing intimate parties for LGBTQ+ friends. Janelle helped Tessa embrace her bisexuality with confidence, while Tessa anchored Janelle through controversies. But behind that dazzling front lurked unimaginable strains. Big studios strong-armed Tessa to maintain a straight image or risk blockbuster roles. Janelle got pressured to tone down her queerness in media to keep investors sweet. Tensions stretched into emergency meetings, blowouts in their cozy pad when exhaustion forced them to live double lives, one real, one staged. The peak hit in 2020 when Janelle's private pics leaked, unleashing a vicious backlash that crushed her. Tessa faced heavy flack from conservative black communities, tipping her toward depression. They paused careers, dove into therapy to salvage their teetering bond. Though they don't flaunt together like before, Tessa Thompson and Janelle Monáe's affection endures as proof of daring love, the kind that battles Hollywood to live authentically. 11. Lena and Cynthia Erivo, a transcontinental romance between two stars. Lena Waithe, the gifted writer and producer behind Master of None, an icon for black queer folks in Hollywood. Cynthia Erivo, the singing and acting sensation of British-Nigerian blood, praised for genius, Aretha, and a voice that shakes auditoriums. Two extraordinary beings, two fiery spirits, and destiny framed them together, even if just through a computer screen. In 2020, as the world froze in pandemic lockdown, the Emmys went virtual. Lena and Cynthia connected via a seemingly casual online chat that stretched for hours. They swiftly sensed a shared loneliness, a hunger to be seen, not just by fame's lights, but by genuine understanding. In 2021, they met in person, forging a transcontinental relationship between Los Angeles and Cape Town. Their life then felt like a fresh breeze, short getaways, laughter-filled cooking sessions, all-night script-writing marathons. They entered each other's worlds like a surge of energy amid entertainment's invisible weights. But beneath this transcontinental love lay inevitable cracks. Grueling shoot schedules kept them apart endlessly. Nights dwindled to laptop glow and draining video calls. Cynthia caught flack from UK haters, slammed as not queer enough, while Lena faced Netflix's squeeze to keep a safe image for ongoing deals. Both wearied from juggling love and careers. In 2023, a joint film project got canned over scheduling clashes, forcing them to admit distance outgrew affection. The romance ended quietly, leaving deep scars in both, pain mixed with a reminder that even the strongest souls can buckle under stardom's crush. 10. Danai Gurira and Yvonne Orji, a romance pushed to the brink by Hollywood and African family pressures. Danai Gurira, the talented actress and writer of Black Panther, admired worldwide for her intellect and might. Yvonne Orji, the star of Insecure, blending Nigerian charm with Hollywood's bold edge. Two successful women, two souls rooted in Africa, seeming forever distant until fate orchestrated a meeting. In 2018, at Lagos during a reading of Eclipsed, Danai directing, Yvonne a guest. But that moment chatting about identity and black women's freedom sparked an inexplicable tie. By 2019, they committed, splitting time between Los Angeles and London, creating art while learning Zulu and Hausa to reclaim their origins. Those days seemed perfect, nights rehearsing in a tiny apartment, workshops empowering dozens of black women to find their voices. They worked, laughed, shared projects and dreams. But behind the stage lights loomed endless pressures. Yvonne's family, especially her mom, fiercely opposed the bond. Conservative faith branded it taboo. Yvonne spiraled into stress, seeking therapy to stay grounded. Meanwhile, Danai endured Hollywood's prying into her private life. Studios feared an uncontrollable image, costing her a major role. They kept their relationship under wraps, dodging joint appearances. Mounting strains, geographic gaps, and public fear turned love into a burden. In 2021, they quietly halted shared trips, closing a chapter brimming with passion, yet riddled with wounds, where two hearts once ignited each other, now left with silence and an ocean's void between. 9. Javicia, Leslie, and LaMonica Preston, love on Hollywood's front lines, where two heroines pay the price for living true. Javicia Leslie, the blazing star who became TV's first black Batwoman. LaMonica Preston, the fierce indie actress, known for gritty action roles, both symbols of black women's power, of courage, and the thirst to live authentically. In 2021, they met on Batwoman's third season set, starting as co-stars, but eyes, words, gestures brewed intense pull. When cameras cut, the spark smoldered on. By 2022, they moved in together in Los Angeles, hitting the gym, creating, sharing everyday moments on social media. They emerged as fresh icons for black LGBTQ+ love, bold, confident, openly defying biases. But behind those sparkling pics raged ceaseless storms. Death threats flooded their home, demanding a private security team. Javicia lost 2 ad deals when sponsors feared brand damage. LaMonica got booted from a film project for daring to go public. Financial hits, stalking fears, and thousands of online slurs stole their sleep. They turned to therapists, learning to shield each other from the hate siege. And though they still show up together at events, insiders sense the growing rift, not from faded love, but exhaustion battling a world unready for them. Javicia and LaMonica's love isn't just romance, it's a survival fight amid fame, faith, and the freedom of two hearts daring to be real. 8. Ayo and Quinta Brunson. When two comedy stars tumble into a romance that shakes Hollywood, Ayo, the young breakout from The Bear, hailed as America's new comedy phenom. Quinta Brunson, the creator and shining face behind Abbott Elementary, snagging a coveted Emmy. Two talented black women, sharp-witted, wielding massive influence in U.S. TV. In 2022, they crossed paths backstage on Abbott Elementary. Ayo a guest star, but their chemistry soared beyond expectations. Talks about the craft, scripting laughs for black communities morphed into private dates, coffee chats dragging into the wee hours. By 2023, they shacked up in Philadelphia, where love and work fused. Their pad buzzed with joy, from binging classic comedies to co-penning fresh scripts. They candidly shared their queer identities, crafting stories laced with freedom and truth. But life ain't always breezy. Packed shoots kept them jetting around, sometimes a week apart, save for screens. Fights erupted over jobs, fatigue, stage glare. Quinta faced brutal backlash for going public, labeled a ruiner of her model teacher image. Ayo caught heat from the SNL crew, ordered to keep it safe, not let love dent her brand. They paused work to recalibrate, carving out monthly couple-off days just to breathe and reconnect. Their love stays low-key, but it's a steadfast battle between two hearts daring to live and love in a Hollywood cold to those outside the mold. 7. Yara and Kiersey Clemens. When love, fame, and prejudice collide. Yara, the the fresh face heralding Hollywood's new era, skyrocketing with Grownish and snagging a spot on Forbes' 30 Under 30. Kiersey Clemons, the versatile actress and artist who turned heads in Dope and The Flash. Both aren't just rare talents. They're beacons for a generation of black artists daring to speak up and live authentically. In 2021, they crossed paths during a Grownish script read. No one could have guessed that amid the serious work vibe, two gazes would lock in pure serendipity. Their shared mindset, their worldview sync, swiftly turned professional chats into coffee dates, conversations stretching into dawn. From 2022, they chose to shack up in Brooklyn, that bustling yet cozy spot where they penned their romance amid young artists juggling school, careers, and heartfelt bonds. Yara juggled Harvard classes and filming, sometimes crashing from exhaustion, cramming notes right on set. Kiersey jetted across the Atlantic just to be there, tending, cooking, cheering when the load got crushing. But Hollywood's spotlight never eases up. Yara got snubbed by fashion brands for owning her queer identity. Kiersey faced boycotts from conservative art circles after dropping an NFT collection laced with bold gender vibes. They braced against the biases, juggling finances and keeping spirits high. When it all piled too high, they launched a YouTube channel, a space for sharing art and healing wounds. Despite jammed schedules and harsh public eyes, they stuck together, holding their love as a bold declaration. In this pressure cooker world, loving is the bravest act of all. 6. Zoe Kravitz and Keke Palmer, the secret love between two Hollywood stars. Zoe Kravitz, the edgy icon of the new wave, storming screens as Catwoman in The Batman. Keke Palmer, the multifaceted powerhouse, actress, singer, and beloved TV host across America. Both stand out, fierce and unafraid to shatter barriers on gender, race, and Hollywood norms. In 2020, they met at The Batman's premiere. A quick backstage chat unwittingly sparked a profound connection. Two women of shared hue, burning with the same drive for fair recognition in this cutthroat industry, swiftly uncovered common ground. Empathy bloomed into deep attachment, leading them to ditch the limelight and nest in a wooden cabin upstate New York. Their life turned tranquil, filled with morning meditations, afternoon gardening, and nights co-scripting indie films, like two souls carving peace amid the chaos. But that calm didn't last. In 2021, rumors erupted. Tabloids inflated every snapshot, every private moment. They faced backlash waves, venomous headlines, and wild misguesses. Keke got thrust into media storms, forced to livestream clarifications. Zoe lost a fat ad deal over an unfit brand image. Costly lawsuits, sleepless nights of worry, drained them both. By 2022, they kept public distance to safeguard careers. Yet, even without joint appearances, folks believed that amid flashing lights and noisy gossip, their bond never faded. It just hushed, awaiting a chance to thrive fuller. 5. Lupita Nyong'o and Letitia Wright, a friendship crossing boundaries in Marvel's backstage shadows. Lupita Nyong'o, the Kenyan Oscar winner, emblem of African beauty and intellect in Hollywood. Letitia Wright, the spirited young star, famed as Shuri in Black Panther, dubbed Marvel's future. Both resilient, steadfast, sharing a hunger to dismantle barriers for black women in film. In 2016, they met on Black Panther's set. Amid the crowd, Lupita and Letitia clicked fast through martial arts drills, long talks on Wakanda culture and African identity in Western cinema. That bond transcended work, evolving into something special that drew eyes. By 2019, they relocated to Atlanta, embracing quiet life, home-growing veggies, journaling together, rewatching African films for fresh sparks. But 2020 flipped everything. Letitia's severe car crash shattered the calm. Lupita ditched her entire schedule, scrapping 4 months of work to nurse her back. Many called it reckless, costing her hundreds of thousands and big deals. But to Lupita, Letitia outweighed it all. Then the press speculated. Sensational headlines, twisted words flooded social media. Marvel fans raged, claiming they tarnished characters. They became cyber attack targets, pausing work to shield minds. Instead of silence, Lupita spoke out. She joined mental health campaigns, openly backing Black LGBTQ+ communities. Letitia healed gradually, returning to sets with Lupita's quiet backing. Their connection stays low-key, unshowy, yet potent enough to force Hollywood's gaze inward, reminding that true bonds can outshine fame's glare. 4. SZA and Victoria Monet, love, music, and the survival fight. Amid stardom's glare, SZA, the R&B sensation who shook the music world with choral, always raw about her insecurities. Victoria Monet, the gifted artist who penned hits for Ariana Grande, now carving her indie niche with a blend of sweet and fierce. Two women, two artistic souls, colliding and igniting in an unforeseen journey. It all sparked in 2022, meeting in a dim-lit studio, tight space, hazy lights, music drawing hearts close. Amid unfinished tracks and raw lyrics, SZA found rare understanding in Victoria. They bonded, no fanfare, no announcements, just two women anchoring each other in a brutal industry. By 2023, they nested in Topanga Canyon, their glass-walled home a sun-drenched sanctuary. Days flowed with yoga, gardening, songwriting. Nights echoed with unreleased tunes, confessions of fears, pressures, the isolation of showbiz. But beneath the peace simmered mounting tensions. SZA battled severe anxiety, while Victoria clashed with labels demanding she hide her true self for image's sake. Long nights led to joint therapy, grasping for stability amid public storms. When SZA faced online trolls, Victoria shielded quietly. When Victoria risked deals, SZA paused work to stand by. Yet love's light dimmed under pressure's shadow. They stepped back, channeling into music, their sole lifeline. Now, though apart, whenever SZA sings or Victoria crafts a melody, echoes linger of a love that once illuminated them amid fame's frenzy. 3. Michaela Cole and Dominique Jackson, a bold love amid fame's lights and bigotry's storms. Michaela Cole, the force behind chewing gum, reshaping Hollywood's view of black female writers. Dominique Jackson, Pose's icon, champion for trans women of color with unyielding confidence. Two women, two tales of triumph over odds, crashing together as careers and ideals exploded. In 2020, they met during chewing gum script reads. After a few sessions, an odd bond emerged. Both scarred by societal biases, that very pain forged profound empathy. As the pandemic locked down London, they shacked up in a tiny East Side flat, walls splashed vibrant, desks piled with scripts and costume fabrics. 2 years together, they created and fought. Days hosting human rights workshops, advocating for LGBTQ+. Nights scripting, sketching characters, mirroring themselves. Fierce, yet wounded. But media hounded outside. Dominique endured transphobic hit pieces, while Michaela lost network funding over image risks. Cash dried up, pressures mounted, they pawned handmade jewelry to scrape by. Public squeeze tightened, criticisms sharpened. Michaela grew quieter. Dominique braced against social media tempests. By 2022, they retreated, not from faded love, but for breathing room in the mayhem. Now, apart, whenever Dominique struts a runway or Michaela pens a script, shadows flicker of two souls who dared love at the storm's eye. Fearless, unmasked, simply living fully. 2. Sasha Lane and Teyonah Parris. A romance crossing deserts and Hollywood's pressures. Sasha Lane, star of The Miseducation of Cameron Post, emblem of bold indie cinema. Teyonah Parris, WandaVision standout, breathing new life into Marvel's universe. Two strong personalities, two career peaks in a biased world, unexpectedly colliding at Sundance. In 2021, amid the festival's buzz, Sasha and Teyonah met backstage. A brief queer role chat bloomed into deep ties. Months later, they fled the spotlight, towing a tiny trailer to New Mexico. Endless deserts, winds whipping sand through indie shoot afternoons. Their life stayed simple yet intense. Mornings scripting, afternoons painting, evenings huddled over unfinished reels. But beneath the serenity lurked undercurrents. In 2022, Sasha grappled with postpartum depression, sleepless nights, unbidden panics. Teyonah shelved shoots, learned baby care, ferried her to weekly therapy. Amid it, Disney demanded a straight image, costing million-dollar deals. Weights crushed down. Press speculated, indie circles split. They stayed mum, fighting back by founding a fund for young queer actors, a gutsy move in sensitive times. By 2023, with a new film wrapped, they parted ways to heal. No goodbyes, just separate paths, carrying memories of that radiant desert stretch where they loved, battled, and dared authenticity in a bounded world. 1. Raven-Symoné and Asmarie Livingston, a love strangled by Hollywood. After Disney's glow, Raven-Symoné, the blockbuster star of That's So Raven, once Disney's shining symbol. Asmarie Livingston, the edgy model from America's Next Top Model, stand out with her captivating androgynous vibe. Two worlds seeming poles apart, yet clashing at career highs. In 2012, at a private LA artist bash, Raven met Asmarie through mutuals. They bonded fast, moving into a Beverly Hills home. Life then overflowed with laughs, tunes, unreleased demos. Asmarie prepped Raven for Empire roles, while Raven critiqued her lover's photo shoots. They fit like puzzle pieces, one from Disney's wholesome mold, the other embodying modern rebellion. But terror loomed behind. Hollywood media buzzed endlessly, questioning Raven's special close friend. She wasn't ready to go public, wounding Asmarie. They dodged joint sightings, even masking affection at events. Raven faced conservative Disney fan heat, Asmarie slurs over her gender-fluid look. Each naming article birthed a silent night in their sprawling house. In 2015, after closed-door studio meets, Raven got ordered to keep family-friendly. She chose silence, parting to save her career. Asmarie fled LA, toting unfinished designs and a torn shared photo. No bitterness. They knew that love, in Hollywood's prejudiced realm, had no room to breathe. And so wraps the journey of love, defying prejudices among Black actresses. Their bold pursuit of happiness isn't just personal, it's a thunderous voice for living true and loving freely in a glamorous yet crushing Hollywood. If these tales sparked fresh, profound views, drop a comment sharing your thoughts and feels below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit notifications so you won't miss upcoming videos, where we'll dive deeper into the hidden corners behind celebrity shine.